Have you ever wanted to travel to another time? That's something you kind of get to do in Piofiore, a game set in the 1900s focused on the Italian mafia. While it's an adapted story and not an actual historical retelling in the game, you get a really nice idea of how living back then was. You take on the role of Liliana, an orphan that grew up in the orphanage at the church. Hi, I'm May, and as artist I like exploring different time periods and especially the visuals and aesthetics that are connected to them. With this video I would like to take you along on this time traveling journey. I'll keep this as spoiler free as possible, whether you know Piofiore or you don't. I hope this will be a nice inspiring time for you. What I like most about Piofiore and other games like it are the characters you meet, and today I would like to share the process of drawing characters from there while also ranking those characters. Let's start with Liliana, the person you can also rename. I'll first tell you who the person is. For this I'll read the character description from the official website. Has been living at the church for as long as she can remember, becomes involved with the Bologna mafia due to a certain incident, has little to no knowledge of her family or childhood. Next, for my tier lists, one will be for the personality of the character and one for the design. In Piofiore you get to play different routes depending on the choices you make, and because of this Liliana's personality can vary a bit. Overall she has a nice personality to me. At times she's kind of too easily embarrassed or a bit helpless to me, but other than this I like it. I will put her in the A tier. For her design, I would prefer eyes that are not that big and tall. Her hairstyle is okay, but not one I especially like. Then for the outfit, the dark blue is a nice contrast to her hair, but it's not that nice to me. I like her cape-like scarf and the white sleeves. I would put this in the B tier. Next is Dante, considered young for his leadership position, highly educated and is the legitimate successor of the Falzone family, took over as boss after the death of his father 5 years ago. Usually calm and cool-headed, he will go out of his way to look after those he trusts, values heritage and tradition above all else. Personality-wise, he seems cold, but he's pretty wholesome, even if he's the basically mafia boss of the game. I like how logical he tends to be. He can be a bit plain or boring though. I would put him in the A tier. Design-wise, I find the purple and blue tones nice, but I would prefer more pastel-y colors. I personally also don't like hats like his in designs that much. Hairstyle-wise, I would prefer more apparent bangs, but I like his white hair. Overall, his design is nice though, and I would put him in the B tier. Next is Nicola, second in command in the Falzone family. One would never guess he's a member of the Bologna mafia, as he appears to be a kind-hearted and gentle person. A typical Italian man that is charming and loves women. Dante's cousin, lying comes as easy as breathing to him. Personality-wise, he's a bit mischievous. He's more outgoing than Dante and good with words. He's pretty focused on people, which I don't connect to that much. Still, I like him as a person a lot and would put him in the S tier. Now for his design, I really like his white jacket and hairstyle here. The green shirt with the yellow tie also adds some nice colors. While the yellow of the tie isn't something I like that much color-wise, he looks nice. I would put him in the S tier here as well. After Nicola, who is from the Falzone family just like Dante, we move on to Orlok. In Bologna, where the whole plot of Piofiore takes place, there are different regions in which different groups rule. The Falzone family is one of them. They rule over Falce. Orlok is not from one of the groups that rule over a part of Bologna, but he is a disciple from the church, taking on various tasks. He gets orders from the bishop. Here's his character information once again. Informant that often comes in close contact with each organization. A man of few words, no one really knows his identity or origin, seems to lack a bit of common sense in anything not regarding work. Personality-wise, Orlok is pretty naive, but also strict, disciplined and ambitious in following the church's rules. I like how wholesome he can be and his dedication to faith, but I would prefer it if he'd also learn to think more for himself and not see himself as just a tool taking orders from the church blindly. I like how kind he tends to be. I would put him in the A tier. For his design, I find his hairstyle okay, his jacket is also nice, but I don't like the smaller vest he wears over his shirt. I prefer a bit more narrow eyes like those for Dante or Nicola. Overall, I would put him in the B tier here. After Orlok, let's talk about Yang. Yang is from the Laoshu, the Chinese mafia. It's the group that rules over the Veleno region in Bologna. He's the head of the Chinese organization Laoshu. Shrouded in mystery, he always wears a faint smile and is difficult to read. He loves to rub people the wrong way for fun. Yang is an alias, but no one knows his real name. Easily swayed by emotion and lives in the moment. He doesn't think twice about the sacrifice of others if it is for his own personal enjoyment. Personality-wise, Yang can be very extreme and moody. I like how independent and confident he is, but he can also be a double-edged sword and pretty dangerous, definitely. He's a bit sadistic, but also pretty smart. His personality is interesting. I would put him in the B tier. Next, for his design, I personally don't like this that much because of the red hair and his hairstyle. I do like his braid, and for some reason it reminds me of Baiju from Genshin Impact, but then I don't like how there's no hair covering his forehead. I like his outfit, and the outfit colors are okay to me. I would put Yang in the B tier. Next we move on to Gilbert, the leader of the Visconti, another group in Boulogne which rules over Creta. Gil is known by many people around town. They see him as helpful, casual and friendly. He does overseas business as well. Boss of the Visconti family, he's an Oresama type, always flashy and brimming with confidence, but he is always friendly to those he meets. Opposes the Falzone family due to a difference of opinions. Freedom-loving, progressive thinker that isn't bogged down by tradition. Personality-wise, Gil is pretty kind and easy to talk to. He's polite and likes to joke around from time to time. I like his easygoing, rather wholesome attitude, but he can be a bit boring and too straightforward or emotional to me as well. I would put him in the A tier. Design-wise, Gilbert's hairstyle is nice to me, his eye patch is interesting, his outfit is nice to me. I like how the red colors of the inside of his jacket frame him. The only thing I don't like as much is the cut of the vest he wears. Still, I would put him in the S tier here. After Gil, let's talk about his secretary and lawyer, Oliver, friends with Gilbert and also the legal advisor for the Visconti family. Often subjected to Gilbert's selfish whims, he can be a troublemaker also. Personality-wise, I like how logical he tends to be. At the same time, he's also caring and polite. I find him a bit too caring at times, but still I like how organized he is. He also reminds me a bit of Kazuya from Bungo Stray Dogs. Gil could then be a bit like Dazai, I guess, but also like the master of the armed detective agency there. Back to Oliver's personality ranking, I would put him in the A tier overall. For his design, this is rather plain, just a brown suit which I don't like too much. I also don't like his hairstyle too much. I put him in the C tier here. After Gil's secretary, let's talk about Yang's version of that, Li. He's kinda like the manager and second in command for the Laoshu group in Berlin. Publicly, he obediently follows Yang's orders but has ulterior motives. He is more logical than Yang and I like his personality. Apart from some questionable values he holds and things he does in parts of the game's story, I would put Li in the A tier due to this. Without those things, I would put him in the S tier. Design-wise, Li has this black and white aesthetic with a bit of light brown and red. I like this, and I also like his translucent long jacket as well as his hairstyle. I'll put him in the S tier here. Henry is the character I will talk about next. He sought revenge on the Falzone family and Boulogne as a whole for the tragedy of his family. Personality-wise, I like how calm and kind of mysterious he can be. He's thoughtful, which I like, but he can be sentimental but then also cold at times. I would put him in the S tier overall. Design-wise, he has soft colors. While I don't like the brown tones, I like how casual and a bit messy his outfit and his hairstyle look. One thing that bothers me is how the brown of his suit is different from the brown of his pants. The colorful feather is an especially nice accessoire to me. I would put him in the A tier. Next, let's talk about a mysterious character who would be Direttore. He's the owner of the casino in Bologna. The casino is kind of seen as a neutral ground. Usually dressed in loud and gaudy apparel, he has a flair for the theatrical, provides a room in the casino for the mafia's inner dealings and meetings, and is privy to much sensitive information. Personality-wise, Direttore is very mysterious. I like how humorous he can be as well, and how he doesn't seem to take everything so seriously while being very theatrical. While he does get a bit crazy, I find him entertaining, and I would put him in the S tier. Design-wise, his mask is interesting. I don't like it that much. I really like his hair though. His outfit fits his role well, but I don't like it that much. I would put him in the B tier here. After the Direttore, let's talk about a member of the Falzone family again next, who would be Leo. One of the Falzone family's members, serves and protects the protagonist after she comes into the care of the Falzone family, diligent and hardworking despite appearances. Sometimes will go against orders from superiors due to his kind-heartedness. Personality-wise, Leo is very wholesome and kind. He's outgoing and energetic. While I don't connect with this that much, I like how helpful he can be. I would put him in the A tier. Design-wise, Leo's hair is nice. For his outfit, I like the colors and the gloves. One thing I don't like that much would be the suspenders. Similarly to Orlok, I would prefer more narrow eyes. Still, I really like his design and I'd put him in the S tier. Now let's talk about Roberto, a police officer. Works as a detective for the Boulogne police. Not from the area, so not familiar with Boulogne yet. Has a strong sense of justice, much to the dismay of the city police, who often cater to the mafia. As you can likely tell from his description, he isn't very fond of the mafia and justice is important to him. Personality-wise, I like him. He's rather logical and can be quite strict. I find he can be a bit boring and cold, especially his views on the mafia can be a bit simple and one-sided. Still, I like him. I would put him in the A tier here. Design-wise, Roberto's hairstyle is nice to me. His outfit is rather simple. It reminds me a bit of Oliver's with the full brown suit. I do prefer the lighter color of his outfit though, for only ranking the hair and face. Not the outfit, I would put him in the S tier here, but with the outfit for his full design it would be the B tier overall. Next I talk about Lan, fighter for Laoshu. Strong emotional attachment to Yang. She is the elder twin of Fei. Personality-wise, she has a lot of attitude and confidence. While I don't connect with how outgoing she is and she can be a bit too impulsive for me, I like how determined she is. I would put her in the B tier here. Design-wise, she has a pretty outfit to me. I don't like the colors or her hairstyle, especially how short the bangs are that much, but I really like the longer, big sleeves. I would put her in the B tier here. After Lan, let's talk about Fei. Fighter for Laoshu, strong emotional attachment to Yang. He's the younger twin of Lan. He is more reserved and not as outgoing as Lan, but still rather impulsive. Both the twins can also be a bit mischievous, which I find entertaining. I would put him in the A tier. Design-wise, he has cooler colors, which I prefer. I don't like his hairstyle with the forehead being visible too much. His jacket and the outfit parts look nice though. I would put him in the B tier. Finally, let's talk about Emilio. Member of the clergy in the Roman Catholic Church, unusually calm and composed for a young boy his age, he also has a strange aura about him. Personality-wise, he is mysterious and a bit enigmatic. I find this endearing and I like him. He knows a lot and appears very gentle. I would put him in the S tier. Design-wise, I really like the white and gold colors and his hairstyle. I don't like the head that much, and I generally prefer older-looking characters. He has a very pretty design to me overall, though I would put him in the S tier here as well. That would be it for all the characters. Which one do you like most? I'll have stickers of the characters I included in this video on my shop in May or June, since I plan to order some new ones by then. They're all biodegradable and I already have some other stickers of Cafe and Shantae, Obey Me or Genshin Impact characters on there for example as well. If you'd be interested in some of my full screen recorded process videos, time lapses and full resolution images of my art, you can find this on my Patreon. Thank you for watching, have a nice day, bye!